Hello, welcome to Sports Madness TV. I'm your guy, Hall, and with me is my man, as always, Gator. Gator, how you doing today?
What's happening, Hawk? Ready to dive into this jam-packed episode.
And today we also have a very special guest, also known as Bull. How are you today, Bull? Remember to unmute and remember to unmute.
And appreciate you guys having me on. Sorry about that. Of course, my dumb ass forgot to hit the mute button. But anyway, welcome to the show. Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate being here, and hopefully you're going to have a good time.
All righty. So, little birdie told me that there's some drama going around in college football.
Well, what about the big birdie that took the shit in Jerry Jones's backyard like yesterday afternoon?
Dude, like you wanted the most, like I was telling a buddy earlier, man. The most ironic thing is that we shit on Jerry Jones and Michael Parsons leaves the very next day.
I'm just gonna go out here and say this. I'm waiting on a Michael Parsons jersey to appear outside my door like this.
Yeah, same here, man. Like, holy crap, we dogged Jerry Jones. Next thing you know, next day, day after we post that video, Michael Parsons wants out. So he's like, these guys are right.
Well, I mean, here's my take on that. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to do a little bit of looking here. T.J. Watt just signed a major deal to play with the Packers from the Steelers, so he's getting that bread. You had a couple other middle linebackers signed.
Did he sign that deal?
Yeah, ain't he playing with us this year?
TJ's with the Steelers.
Yeah, TJ's still with the Steelers. That's why they're trying to go after Michael Parsons. That's why the Packers are trying to
Huge
go after
wherever he lands.
Well, I mean, he wants the money because Watt signed a big contract. Used to it was quarterbacks getting the big bucks, wide receivers. Devontae Adams was the first one to open the floodgates for wide receivers. I mean, you've seen what Derrick Henry got paid. Look at what the Eagles paid Saquon Barkley. I mean, you're paying your quarterback, your running back, and your wideouts more money than any. And now, I mean,
I personally think that Myles Garrett money got into some people's heads.
I mean, he's one of the best players in defense for that. I mean, the lineup that.
But still, like $140 million contract or whatever.
Well, think about it.
For a defensive end, that's insane.
If he wouldn't have got it, Joey Bosa would have got it.
You know, and I would have preferred that, Bosa would have had it because at least, you wouldn't have people ripping helmets away from Garrett anymore. He committed assault on Rudolph.
Poor guy. He's seeing him in his nightmares.
Yeah, like, trust me, that dude would appear every night when I shut my eyes. Like, goddamn, bad concussion.
Bad thing. With Michael Parsons wanting to trade, he sees the ship's going down. I guess.
Yeah.
We're probably going to. I'm waiting on the knock at the door with some big time attorney from Texas saying that we have to cease and desist talking shit about Jerry Jones. And my response is going to be, well, go sue the rest of America and tell them because, nobody likes that old fucker.
Yeah, I mean,
but doing a little bit of digging here, and I don't want to step on any toes if anybody already has this, but
I'm sure we stepped on some toes with our first episode.
Jerry Jones is not fazed by him wanting a trade.
And not at all. He's actually, he said it. He's not worried at all, not to lose any sleep.
Part of negotiations.
Well, yeah, and like, I mean, at least act like you want him for a
I
little.
would lose sleep if I was Jerry Jones over him wanting out of Dallas.
Honestly, yeah, because I mean, you can't count on Dak Prescott for anything. You need your defense.
You got to have that defense in Dallas. It's really the only thing that's kept them afloat recently.
Well, I mean, here's the next thing. Just kind of overlooking. Jones said that the trade request is because of the bad back that's keeping him out of practice. Well, let's put it this way: if you were to follow what
First, I'm hearing that.
Jones said that.
Not saying it's not true. Just saying first I've heard it.
To the bad back that is keeping Parsons from practicing, it's all part of an effort to get the deal done. Well, his back wouldn't be bad. The piggyback off a Bull here, that the defense is what's keeping Dallas in. I mean, it's kind of like saying,
yeah, and he was pretty much
paid as much money as he did because he put the Marvel universe on his back and carried it.
Yeah, like he carried that whole defense last year. I mean, the defense didn't do great, but one guy cannot do everything. You know,
No,
I mean,
Dallas has got a lot of problems, though. Dallas has got a lot of, they just got rid of McCarthy, brought in this new coach.
Gator, you saw our opinion on the first episode, or Bull, you saw it too, man. Jerry Jones is that problem, and I think we swear by that. Like Dallas is not going to be relevant again until Jerry Jones probably dies.
He's seriously running out of places to point, because I think Dak Prescott is on his way out this year if he doesn't win. Y'all talked about Dak and Dak is whack last episode, and y'all were saying it's time to move off of him probably. And I agree. I think this is time to poop or get off the pot if you're Dak.
Yeah, like look at what's going to happen. I mean, this would be beautiful if this actually happens. All right, Aaron Rodgers has signed a 1-year deal with the Steelers. Already admitted he's probably going to retire. Dak Prescott does not produce anything for the Cowboys this season because, like you said to me earlier, you think that they're going to go after a certain somebody. So what if they decide? What if they decide to tank? Dak Prescott gets picked up by the Steelers. Steelers win a Super Bowl.
Well, that certain somebody I'm thinking is Archie. Archie's coming.
I wanted you to say it.
And I think Jerry's got him in his sights down there in Dallas. I think. Now, I've heard that from multiple people, Cam Newton being the most popular one I've heard that from. Cam Newton says, he thinks that Archie's already talking to Jerry. Jerry's already moving on to his next guy, and that's the future face of the Cowboys. But, you were talking about it earlier with me. Maybe he doesn't fit in Dallas. So we're going to have to see if that's even.
Yeah, that's my biggest worry.
Hold on. Here's my first question. You trust somebody that looks like they went to Big Mama's house and got a wardrobe outfit?
I do. I trust Cam Newton. Cam Newton can dress in what he wants to. That man knows football.
I mean, okay, how many Super Bowl rings does he have?
It doesn't matter. You're gonna. How many World Series rings did Barry Bonds win?
He knows football, you say. Well,
Barry Bonds doesn't give his opinion about stupid shit.
Well, Cam decided to be an analyst. That's what he does.
2008, he said better quarterback than a certain quarterback at the University of Florida. And we see where that got him. We saw him play a couple of snaps, and he could do nothing that Tebow did. He was not a better quarterback than Tebow. Here's my problem with Cam Newton. And here's Cam Newton when he first came into the league, the NFL.
Yeah. But it was his swag. It was, he carried himself a certain way.
Hey, Gator. This was Michael Jordan. Anytime you see him on the sideline.
Yeah, but think about it this way, though. Jordan walked the walk, he talked the talk, and he backed the shit up.
You know what else
Yeah.
Cam was doing? And he was dabbing on full, and he was winning. He was winning rushing
man,
titles, and
there's
he was
only
winning
one
MVPs.
I don't give a shit. There's only one Superman, and that is Shaq.
Cam Newton, man. Cam Newton changed the game like Curry changed basketball. He's the one who opened that door back. He brought Michael Vick style football back to the NFL. He changed it. It was in a Tom Brady, Peyton Manning era, and Cam Newton came in and changed it. You know how long it took for somebody to do that?
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah. Okay. Cam Newton is the most underappreciated quarterback and the best Panther.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, it's cause he's black, right?
No.
No, don't get me
I'm a
wrong.
LeBron fan,
Like,
and that has nothing to do with it.
I like Cam Newton. I love Cam Newton, man. That Super Bowl against Manning, man. Jesus Christ.
That was a setup. Like
that gave Peyton Manning his 200th career win. That Super Bowl.
And he was
really. And he's going to retire on an exact 200.
Well, look at Tom Brady coming back to going to the Buccaneers, and they playing the Super Bowl at Raymond James Stadium. It was set up so that they could have their swan song appearance.
Yeah, because Gronk came back for a reason.
That's it. I mean, you can tell me all day long, please.
He was like, yeah, man, let's go get another one as he chugged 6 beers at once.
Those guys were having fun after that Super Bowl.
Let's put it this way. Tom Brady, correct me if I'm wrong. Please find this YouTube channel, Fox Sports. I would love to know Tom Brady. I mean, I know he likes to play with underinflated balls and his skincare routine and his
he can play with whatever he wants to. He is the GOAT. You can't argue it
anymore. Yeah, come on, dude. He does have, 7 Super Bowls?
I hated Tom Brady for years. I got to admit it. He's the GOAT.
I did too.
He's not the GOAT of football.
He's the GOAT's quarterback. I hate to admit it, but he is. I can't deny it.
No. Okay. He is not the GOAT of quarterbacks because let's go back here. If you really want the GOAT of quarterbacks, let's go with the one that won the very first Super Bowl or two very.
Aaron Rodgers.
And that's Bart Starr. If you want to go back, let's pay homage here.
Vince Lombardi, Bart Starr.
2 years before Dallas ever got a freaking franchise tag, they already picked their quarterback for the team, and that was John Meredith. I mean, there's plenty of GOATs. I mean, the GOATest team in the NFL is the Green Bay Packers.
Well, they're the original team, yeah.
I mean, you can say the GOATs of the NFL are the Green Bay Packers.
People say America's team's the Cowboys. I think the Packers were the original. They were the original Super Bowl team. No, if you're arguing, I would say the America's team's the Packers.
The original 4 NFL teams were the Packers, the Bears, the Steelers, and the Browns.
Right.
They're the 4.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
They're the blue bloods of the NFL. Then they found out that you can put a team in all these big cities. People will feel it. People will be a part of it. They will love it. And
they had, the first, I think the first 10 seasons of football, were open tryout seasons. Because back then they didn't really pass the ball too much. If they did, it was only a 5-yarder. The first pass didn't come until the 16th year of football. And that was even back in the day where it was more like rugby.
Used to be like rugby, right? It used to be very low.
Yeah.
I was just watching something the other day about college football and how, Navy and Army, the original football game at Yankee Stadium, it was the game of the century in the 20s. And they tied at 0. Either team scored.
No, that was 1918.
It was around that time. It was in the 20s.
Yeah.
it was the first big time football game at Yankee Stadium, and they held it the game of the century, Army and Navy, and it was back during the war when all the kids in the Army, were getting ready to go off to war, so they were all huge, and all the kids in freaking Notre Dame were freaking scrawny, and they had already gotten shipped out to the military, most of them to fight in the war. So they were outsized and outgunned in that game. But even though it was a tie.
All right,
Yeah.
I have to retract what I just said, and I had to do a little digging here. The NFL was not formed until 1922. It
Okay.
was
Yeah.
APFA. The original teams were the Akron Pros, Buffalo All-Americans, the Canton Bulldogs, Chicago Cardinals, which are now the Arizona Cardinals,
Yeah.
Chicago Tigers, Cleveland Tigers, Columbus Panhandles, Dayton Triangles,
Kansas City.
Staleys, Detroit Heralds, Hammond Pros, the Muncie Flyers, Rochester Jeffersons, and Rock Island Independents. The only original teams left. Green Bay was not an original team. They didn't join until the second season of the APFA in 21, but they are one of the not part of the original 14, but they're one of the oldest surviving franchises. The Chicago Cardinals moved to Arizona, and the Decatur Staleys are now the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Huh.
That right there.
Oh, yeah, because the Bears are a season older than the Packers.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why the Packers had that whole big 100th anniversary celebration.
well, I don't know if you know this being a Packers fan, but the original game, the Bears hold a 1-point lead over the Packers in most points scored. Because
Yeah.
on the very first game, it was actually at the Acme plant in Green Bay. The Chicago Bears with God, what was their coach's name? It just slipped my mind.
I have no idea.
They
I
were on
don't care.
the third floor of this plant, and Curly Lambeau was the plant manager on the second floor. And they had this thing where the guys that worked there would get out there and on the weekends and they'd play football and they'd fight. And they said, let's put a football team together and we'll play a game. And the third floor was the Bears, and the second floor was the Acme Packers. That's why they came in named the Acme Packers, and they go back to that old school blue and gold jersey like Notre Dame.
Yeah, that ugly ass shit.
Yeah. Ain't nobody's uglier except Denver's throwback.
Well, I mean, I don't think the Green Bay jersey is ugly. I think it's paying homage to where they came from.
Oh, I get it.
I mean,
Yeah, but the helmets are pretty cool.
yeah,
Have you seen the helmets for this year? They're like leatherback helmets. They're awesome looking.
yeah, but you got to think about it though. You're paying homage to 100 years worth of football with that.
Hey man, I'm allowed to have an opinion. Not like
Hey, you weren't, but I'm just saying
I
you were.
like the alternative full yellows
You were
from
honored
2011. Those were my favorite.
right there. I mean, but talk back to Parsons right quick. I doing some more digging here. 7 teams that could get him. Number 1 on the list is the Buffalo Bills because they got Joey Bosa and Greg Russo. I cannot believe this, but the Panthers are on this list.
Wow.
The Bears.
Why would he go to Carolina? Why?
Just the name on the list. The third team on the list is the Bears, and they just traded Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
The Browns.
Where's Mac going?
I don't know, but the Browns are on the list to put him back there with Myles Garrett. The Raiders, the Buccaneers, the Commanders, nothing about the Packers. If I had to pick where he's going to go and he wants to win a Super Bowl, I think the Bills got the best bet because they can bring him in and that will line up their defense. And I think Michael Parsons playing with the Bills is the answer they need to shut down Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs, we gotta work hard. As a Broncos fan, I hope our defense comes out strong again. Patrick Surtain, does his thing. We can be all right here and have that secondary locked down. I'm worried about more of the Oakland Raiders this year. I've expressed this to Hawk multiple times. I think the Oakland Raiders are going to have a pretty good team. I think Pete Carroll's coming in. He's going to win the Coach of the Year award. I'm telling you that right now. That's my call. Pete Carroll to win Coach of the Year. I hate saying that. I'm a Broncos fan. We don't like the Raiders. If there's two teams I hate, it's the Chiefs and the Raiders. So we don't, it's hard to say this, but Pete Carroll, I've been a Pete Carroll fan since he's been at USC. He changes every team he ever goes to for the better.
He did those national championships, and he knew it was on.
What?
When he cheated to win those national titles with Matt Leinart.
He ever cheated to win shit. He does what every coach does today.
Hey, if he didn't, here's my question. If he did not do anything wrong when they were investigating USC, why did he bolt his ass to Seattle?
Same reason Harbaugh voted when he did in Michigan.
Hey, shut up about that, okay? That I was proven not guilty.
Well, let's put it this way, though. I mean, in Harbaugh's defense, it's not that hard to beat teams that run the same plays every freaking week against every freaking team. I mean, that's like if game.
And people want to complain why Ohio hasn't won in over 1,000 days. Oh, run new plays.
Right.
I mean, you can't say they cheated because of the fact that, I
really don't believe Pete cheated. I do believe that the guys probably were getting some money incentives, but I do believe now that's why we got the NIL. And I believe it was the right thing to do at the time to give those kids those incentives. Now, I think it was more right to do what they were doing if they were doing it than it is to give these kids 7 Ferraris before they even get out of college. And now they don't even have anything to work for. Heck, you're making more money. Some kids in college, Shedeur Sanders made more money in college than some NFL players. It's unbelievable how some of these kids are just, given spoon-fed now. It went from one extreme to the other. You couldn't afford a hot dog to now you can buy 7 cars. I mean, come on.
All right.
We need to meet in the middle.
It is the exact same thing, and I know I'm going to piss off Bull with this one. But if you're so pissed off at that, then why are you not pissed off at Bronny?
Pissed off at Bronny about what?
He was guaranteed the NBA lineup as soon as he graduated high school. He didn't have to do that 1 year in USC.
Well,
he did it because he wanted the college experience because his dad said.
Yeah, but he was guaranteed a spot. So if you're so mad at that, why are you not mad at Bronny?
Well, see, here's the thing. And you
Why
brought
would
up.
I be mad at Bronny? Bronny went to the NBA because he had an opportunity. His dad helped him get an opportunity. If my dad can help me get an opportunity, I will take it.
Can we slow this down a minute and make this thing? I did make an opportunity. Here's my thing. Growing up playing sports, my goal was to go play in college, get a scholarship. Now you're just going out here saying, if they had NIL in 2003, and how much?
That's what I'm saying. Everything would have been different.
Or have been given to go play football at any college in the country, not just Ole Miss, because of the people that took the time up and helped him get there.
Well, I swear to God, man. I swore on this before, man. Especially with basketball. If I knew basketball players were making this amount of money nowadays, I wish I could go back to 1998 and work on that damn jump shot a little bit more.
Well, I mean, the thing
The money's in baseball.
Oh, okay.
No salary cap.
Football and basketball, because that's your two biggest sports in college
Yeah.
life. I mean, here's my take. The NIL has come in and it has really fucked the sport up.
It's changed the game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. I understand why you did the portal. My sister is 13 years younger than me. She was a senior when COVID hit. She did not get her senior year to play softball in high school because they weren't going. So they
Right.
gave all of these seniors, they gave everybody in college an extra year, which I think was a great what they did. That they could go and play and whatever. Then you had the freshman class coming in, so they actually got an extra year to enjoy playing for losing it out. But after that class of 2020 went to college and they graduated, you should have stopped the transfer portal. You should have cut out the extra year eligibility because nobody got affected by it more than just those kids. And you should have stopped it. Then we wouldn't have all this nonsense that. Yes, I'm looking for Hawk. This is Nick Saban with the University of Alabama. I'm willing to offer him $9 million to play ball. Yes, I'm looking for Bull.
Oh, this is Hawken. I want to say hell yeah.
I mean, we're already sniping
I pick up the phone for Nick.
from other schools.
Right?
I mean, look at what Alabama offered. What's his name? Carolina's last quarterback, Drake May. He got offered $9 million. It never came out the school that did it, but sources that I have close to the organization in Chapel Hill came out and said, everybody said, oh, it's Georgia. Georgia wanted him. They said it wasn't even Georgia. It was Alabama. Before Nick Saban retired, he wanted Drake May to come play in Alabama. And they were going to do everything in their damn power to get him to Alabama if he would have left.
Drake May was a good player for y'all, man. He was a Carolina guy through and through. His dad actually played basketball at Carolina, and
let's back this up a minute. I'm not a Carolina fan by any means. I've just talked so much shit about Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson that this just appeared.
I just hey, you're the one in the colors, so hey.
I mean,
don't lie, Gator.
I heard you were a State fan, so I figured I might as well just throw this on here just to rub your face.
Yeah. We had a quick conversation, and I told him, I was like, yeah, he's a big NC State fan. And then I did not know you were planning on wearing your NC State jersey. That's why I opened it up. Oh, my God. This was not planned, dude. God, now I need a Michigan jersey.
Well, season's coming up, man. Getting in the field, getting in the group. Not long. Hey, we got a couple more weeks. The 28th, or no, what is it? 28th of August.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I want to pick up a few.
Well, here's the thing. You talking about the 28th? I think it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with Micah. If you're going to leave, now's the time, because the ship's not getting any better, and I think McCarthy's on the hot seat this year, on the hot seat last year. But Jerry Jones likes him, I guess, because he rides his ass every time he gets off the field. I don't want to imagine the sight of that old crusty geezer.
Hey, you heard some weird stuff about Jerry in the past. He knows every player's dick size and stuff. Apparently, he knows the stats.
I guarantee he goes down and measures them personally.
I mean, Jerry.
I'm not going to. But I mean, I guess the reason he knows all that information is because he tells them to line up and they act like he's buying them at an auction.
Yeah.
We got
Oh,
some
wow.
Penn State shit going on over here in Jerry's world.
No, I'm
No,
not.
no, he just made a very bad joke.
I'm talking.
Did that go over your head?
He's not
Damn, Bull.
about the auction.
I'm not going to say it, but come on.
Sorry, YouTube.
Sorry, African Americans.
I mean, I'm just.
God, and there we are. We're canceled.
Wow, it's my first time on, and I'm already canceled.
Yeah.
That's long.
I never said anything. I just, you're talking about him knowing their dick sizes. I'm saying line up like they're being sold at an auction.
Gator, you said it.
Hawk more or less was mad about the. He was more or less calling me out more on the Pendersky joke, I think.
But I mean,
Yeah, I was.
let me clarify, because I know somebody's probably going to and say, "No, I'm not." But back in the day when that was legal in the South, that is what they did. They would put them on a block naked. They would physically inspect them head to toe to see how good workers they would be. And that's what I'm trying to insinuate with Jerry Jones and what you heard about the Jerry world.
Oh, I'm sure. Old school ass.
Well, okay. The fact that Jerry Jones got on his hands and knees to do that was just something different.
Oh, shut up. You do the same thing.
I don't want to think about Jerry on his hands and knees about his players anymore.
Crawling, feeling them dongs all over his forehead. You know how freaky Jerry is.
It's not as bad as Robert Kraft in the massage parlor.
Hey, that man.
No,
I tell you what, hey, and while we're talking about women, Bill Belichick's doing pretty good himself. I tell you what, people can give him crap for dating a 24-year-old all you want to. I hope I can date a girl half as beautiful now, much less when I'm his age.
I think somebody's simping.
Hey,
All right.
Planet Fitness has got a place every state near about. You might can get some help with that.
Yeah, well, I can't say too much good about Bill. He's a Carolina guy now.
Well, you know, his daddy was a coach there.
His daddy was. He said he grew up coming out there with his daddy.
All right.
His dad was at Navy too.
One of the best quarterbacks and NBA players in the history of the sport came out of that academy.
Dude.
Roger Staubach and the Admiral, David Robinson.
The Admiral, yeah. My uncle's a huge San Antonio Spurs fan, so you know he thinks the Twin Towers, Tim Duncan and the Admiral, were special. You know he tells me all the time.
You
can't call them Twin Towers anymore.
Oh well, they'll always be Towers.
Well, I mean, you know, you missed our episode where we did our thing for Pop.
Yeah. We did pretty much a whole 20 minutes dedicated to Pop.
Pretty much. So now
Pop.
you're
talking here's Pop, Greg Pop, man.
August 8th. We are on August 3rd. So we have exactly 25 days until the season starts. I know some of the big game. I know the biggest storyline is everybody that is a college football fan, and we have already touched on this, was Lee Corso's last game day. I know myself, 96. I remember watching this show and seeing him put on Brutus Buckeye. Every Saturday from there on out, watching to see where they go, watching them do the headgear. That is like the main thing you watch game day for, is to see the headgear.
It's like Christmas morning every Saturday morning for a football fan, watching him put those things on.
Well, you know, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here on this. I think that is why they brought in Nick Saban and Pat McAfee. Saban is supposed to come in and replace Corso. And I think when Corso leaves, this is going to be Herb Street's last year on game Okay. I think he's going to do like Chris Fowler and just go to the booth and do Thursday night football with Al Michaels and do the Saturday night game with Chris Fowler. And I think that's where McAfee comes in to kind of take the edge off with Kirk Herbstreit's position, and Saban's supposed to fill in for Corso.
McAfee wants the job. I know that because as a WWE fan,
Yeah.
he's recently stepped away from WWE to put more time into college football live because that's where he wants his eggs in that basket. He wants that job. So
Well,
I see Pat
McAfee's better at football than he is at wrestling. I do understand that.
Well, he enjoys those game days. He really does. He gets pretty
Well, he
good
has a lot of
paycheck,
fun.
I'm sure.
Well, I mean, he is the mayor of Cocktown.
He always has some craziness going on those game days, man. Now he's kind of taken over for, Corso with the headgear, because Pat now you always have him doing the make the field goal challenge, out there, and that's always fun with Pat. And Pat's always got the college kids riled up on every college campus. Yeah, the guy knows how to have a good time. So I'm a McAfee fan through. Pat, if you're watching this, hit up the bull.
Dude, if we get Pat McAfee as a viewer, oh my God. If this goes all the way up the trail.
I have to say about McAfee. When ESPN was talking about doing budget cuts, and I read this, he took the money out of his own pocket to pay the sound people, the equipment riggers.
Yeah, he paid for everybody to keep their jobs out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a stand-up guy right there. So,
yeah.
The guy's an absolute legend. I mean, he's a straight athlete and he's great at everything he does. I mean, he's hilarious. The podcast he does, the crew he's got, great people. He's a freaking nature. He's a freaking nature on the field. Heck, as a Broncos fan, I saw McAfee straight lay out a couple of our kick returners. And nobody there. No, he's in wide open field. Pat McAfee had no business making that tackle, and you see McAfee stepping up like he's a linebacker. So
I believe that
no fear in that.
McAfee is the GOAT of NFL football.
Yeah, well, McAfee is a breed of his own, and and he doesn't shy away, and he doesn't shy away for partaking in medicine.
Yeah.
well,
the good stuff.
This is kind of interesting. I was looking up just in the notes that I put, but I pulled up the ESPN's got 32 teams that can make the college football playoffs. Do y'all want to take a guess at who number one is?
Who's going to make the playoff?
These are the 32 teams that ESPN thinks can make it, but do you want to take a guess at who number one, who the top three are?
Yeah, let's do top three because I couldn't do anything
All
past
right.
that. But
Max, Bull, you go first. I'll go second.
Put me on the spot. New guys first there. Okay.
Yeah, you're the guest, man. Do it.
Let's see. It's going to be tough going into this year. I want to say Southern California this year in the top three. I don't know if they're there yet. So I'm going to go for sure Alabama. I'm going to put Alabama in top three. I don't have any in particular order. Alabama. You can't put Alabama and Georgia in there because one's going to have to eat the other one. I really want to go USC. I'm probably going to go Alabama, LSU, and screw it. I'll go with Southern Cal. I just something's telling me Southern Cal is going to be in contention this year. They've got to get over their own nonsense on defense, but Lincoln Riley's going to finally get it right.
All right.
What you got?
Do I go?
Yep, it's you.
In no particular order, right?
Just your top three.
I think UNC.
What?
I think they're in for a good year. Not South Carolina. University of California. Southern California.
Yeah, it's in Southern California. Same as me.
Yeah. USC. It's the other USC. I think they're going to be up there. Of course, I'm going to say Michigan. Michigan's been pretty relevant in the last couple of years.
All right, that's your three.
And if it's not Michigan,
Hold on.
no, USC. I meant University of South California.
Yeah, I got
not the Gamecocks, and then Michigan. And if it's not Michigan, it's going to be Ohio State.
Are you going Michigan or Ohio State?
I'm going Michigan.
All right. You ready for this?
So
I didn't even get to my third yet.
What was your pick? What were your three? It was Carolina, USC, and Michigan?
Yeah.
No.
UNC.
Mine was I was clarifying, not the Gamecocks.
You said UNC, USC, Southern California, and Michigan.
Yeah.
I did not mean UNC. Damn it. I meant USC.
But you said UNC first.
UNC,
Right,
USC, and Michigan's what you said.
Of course, UNC, USC, not South Carolina, Southern Cal, and Michigan. And if it's not Michigan, Ohio State. But you said you're sticking with Michigan.
Yeah.
So are you ready for the top three?
Yeah, I know it's not UNC. I slipped up there.
All right. Number one, the Texas
Longhorns.
Texas? I'm going to put Texas.
Oh, God, yeah, Dirk. Fuck, Manny.
Hold on. Number two, the Georgia Bulldogs.
I think Bama.
Hold on.
Really?
Hold on. Number three, the Buckeyes of Ohio State.
Oof.
Hey, I got one. Kind of.
Kind
of. I said kind of.
Now, Bull, you said Bama in the top three. Bama's number four. Number five.
You want to know something? God, you want to know something fucked up? I can name 4, 5, and 6 right now.
Penn State's number 5.
The article just popped up for me.
Yeah, I think Penn State. I'm not looking. I'm not looking at all. This is all just.
No.
I mean, I research here just to see because of our.
Yeah.
No, I got you. Somebody's got to look.
Clemson's number 7.
I was going to put Clemson top 5.
Notre Dame 9. 10 is Tennessee. Now, you mentioned LSU. They got A&M at 11. LSU came in at 13.
Damn, okay.
Michigan is 14.
I don't understand how.
USC is probably in the bottom of the 24 because they didn't have a good year last year.
They're 21st, but you're jumping.
Yeah. That's what I do.
16. Kansas State 17. Auburn and UNLV's 19. SMU in the 20. The Trojans hit 21. South Carolina 22.
It's pretty good for the Gamecocks.
Oklahoma's 23. Arizona State 24. My Gators are the number 25 team.
Surprised they didn't put those Tar Heels on the 25th team or something like that.
No, Carolina didn't make it. State didn't make it.
I know they should. Neither one should.
Texas Tech is the 32nd team on it. I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb here. You know, the SEC has pretty much almost the entire field. You got Texas, you got Georgia, you got Bama, LSU, Auburn, Texas A&M. You got Oklahoma, you got South Carolina, you got Florida. I mean, that's 9 teams out of the 32 right there.
Yeah.
You pretty much, the only ACC teams in it are Miami and Clemson. Notre Dame's independent. Oh, I forgot Tennessee.
Tennessee always chokes. They find a way to choke every year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, the rest of these schools, big Auburn's in there. I mean, the ACC's got SMU, but I mean,
SMU is a big addition to the ACC, and that is somebody we got to watch out for as an ACC guy. Being NC State fan, SMU is going to be a problem. They did great last year.
I mean, Virginia Tech at 28 for the ACC. I mean, pretty much it's all Big Ten SEC schools. I mean, but I mean, it's everything that I've seen so far. The prediction for this year national championship, has got Texas winning it.
Yeah, and I was thinking Archie, and I was thinking them instead of USC, but I really want to see USC do good, and I probably should have put them in instead of LSU. But
all that talk about the Dallas Cowboys tanking to get Archie threw me off and fucking.
I still believe in Texas.
Yeah,
I hope they do get it done.
That's my first F-bomb of the night, believe it or not. We are 45 minutes in, and
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, I was. Trust me, I keep track.
No, I'm not keeping track.
Looking at the toughest, we're talking football, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here with my Gators because I've got to talk about them. They have the toughest schedule out there, like they did last year. I mean, we've got Texas.
Yeah, the Gators have been getting screwed. I don't know why.
We got Georgia.
They usually have a tough schedule.
LSU. Well, no, here's the thing. Napier.
Well, they've been screwed the past 2 years.
Napier is trying to prove he can coach at the SEC level. So why not go get Texas? Why not go get these big-time games that you've already played? You always play Georgia. You always play LSU. You always play Florida State. I mean, you think about it. You got Florida has Texas, Georgia, LSU. They got Miami. They've got Texas A&M, which they lost, and everybody thought that Napier should have been fired. You got, like I said, Georgia. Then you got back-to-back games against Kentucky and Ole Miss. You got Tennessee out there they got to play. I mean, the easiest overall Power 4 schedules, Wake Forest. Toughest overall non-Power 4, Kent. Easiest is Liberty. Power 4 non-conference schedule is Clemson when you got BYU, LSU. I mean, Notre Dame. I mean, all the games that everybody's like, here you go, week 1. Must-see non-conference games. It's all the first weekend. The top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 games. Auburn at Baylor. Utah at UCLA, Texas, Ohio State, August 30th, LSU, Clemson, Alabama, Florida State, and Notre Dame, Miami on the Sunday. Then the next week, it's Michigan, Oklahoma. September 13th is Texas A&M, Notre Dame, a rematch of last year where Notre Dame shocked them. The 20th, you got Florida at Miami, a rematch of last year. Then you got USC Notre Dame October 18th, and then the Palmetto Bowl, Clemson, South Carolina. Then they got the list of the better be carefuls. I mean, the only games on here that I see that really matter: South Florida at Florida, Duke at Tulane, Tulane at Ole Miss. Which, if you didn't know, Tulane was a founding member of the SEC back in the 60s. Boise State, Notre Dame, BYU at East Carolina. Yeah, you see what I did there for you, Bull.
Oh, we'll get to East Carolina in a minute. I got something for East Carolina.
I mean,
man, this whole time we just been pretty much talking about college.
Well, I was going to say NC State's got East Carolina pretty much wrapped around in their sights coming into opening week 1 after what happened last year in the Military Bowl. The big fight last year, it sent everybody in a in a big frantic at the end of the game. They had to clear the stadium. They had to clear the field. Cops had to come help everybody, escort each sides. Dave Doran said he's still concerned. He's still embarrassed about how his team presented himself. Didn't feel like that was a presentable way to handle yourself after a loss. Did not feel like that was his way, and has wanted to make a public statement that that's not how he coaches this program at NC State. He wants to prove that going forward. He was embarrassed about that. So coming into this game, he's trying to make a statement. It's tough though when you got Eastern Carolina fans and coaches already commenting on Facebook saying they're going to punch us in the mouth again this year, opening day. Be ready that they are owning us again. But it's in Carter Finley in Raleigh. Going to be a big game. It's on the 28th, 7 o'clock, opening night again. It's a Thursday. But anyway, Dave Doran, he's got to get things underway this year. I feel like he, is going to be pretty much on the hot seat. But when asked about it, they asked him, they said, do you feel like you're on the hot seat going into this year? He said, I'm always on the hot seat. I'm a competitor. It's what I sign up for. If you're not wanting to be competitive and be on the hot seat, it's the wrong business to be in. So I guess he's got the right attitude about it. The underachieving has to stop, though. And I don't understand why we always have these games to get away from us every year. We have one or two games that seem to just, like Wake Forest. Wake Forest, we have had trouble with them and not played well, especially with them at home. And just they've been a thorn in NC State's side for a while. So we got to get Wake Forest into the schedule. Hawk, I see you're going to pee. Have a good time. Shake it more than once. You're playing with yourself. NC State ranked 6th going into the ACC. I feel like that's wavered. I've seen different polls. I've seen them go as low as 10th and as high as 4th. But I feel like 6th is a good spot to have them. After our true freshman CJ Bailey took over last year, he's only 19 years old, man. The kid is literally born my freshman year in high school. So, this is a young guy. He's coming in, and he's had a great season. He had a 74.3 passer rating as a true freshman. That's pretty impressive. First year under our new offensive coordinator, Kurt Roper. He's taken over. He was our quarterback coach last year, so going to be interesting to see how the play calling goes. And then we've got tight end Justin Jolie, our tight end, big time tight end. He's transferred from UConn last year. He's 6'3", 235 pounds. Guy's a stud receiver. Absolutely separates well. He's going to be playing at a high level. I think he's a go-to guy. After the loss of Concepcion the other year, we needed that breakout receiver. Hopefully he fills that role and is also a big man for us too. So anyway, cornerback Devin Marshall, he's a transfer also from Villanova. He's an absolute ball hawk, 74 coverage grade by ESPN, breaks on the football great, and the guy is just a stud. And we need those key defensive guys to stay healthy. They've been a key to our success, and if they stay healthy, I think ACC championship isn't out of reason. But anyway, it's pretty much NC State going into week 1. We're excited about Eastern Carolina. I am. I feel like the fan base is. I feel like that's a game we can win and we will win. But like we may win it definitively. It may be a 2-touchdown or more game. I feel like that is personal. We're going to have a purpose. We're going to be playing with a little bit of extra heart that game. And being at home, I think we have something to prove. So I see Hawk went to pee. So that's all I got on opening day for NC State football. But as an NC State fan, I say go Pack. Look forward to it.
Well, let me ask you a question here. You talked about the East Carolina coaches saying they're going to hit you in the mouth on the first play of the game.
Yeah, there's been some chatter online.
What about Dave Doran saying that he didn't care if the president of the United States came to coach at Carolina? They're going to beat him every season. You're getting upset over the coaches harping about this. So while you were doing this, I did a little bit.
Well, Dave also had a little bit of love-hate with Carolina being. Mac Brown had called him out multiple times. Him and Mac had a love-hate relationship because Mac felt like they did some dirty things in the rivalry. State felt like Carolina would have done the same thing to us had they had the opportunity. So it's that big brother, big little brother thing.
Well, here's some research that I did for you while you were talking about this. They started playing in 1970. State holds the overall record of 19 wins and 14 losses. They play for when State plays Clemson, it's the Textile Bowl. They play for the Victory Barrel, which is adorned with the winning school's color faceplate with a score. East Carolina has a home record of 3-2 against State and an away record of 2-3 against State. So either as of opening week, they're going to be 7-5 with a away record of 3-3 at 500, or they're going to be 6-6 with a 2-4 record on the road against State. They did not play. They suspended it in 1987 because of Jimmy V terminating it because ECU fans tore down the goalpost and damaged the field at Carter Finley.
They actually carried our goalpost out of the stadium after that. I remember that.
But the thing is, State goes up there in baseball and did the same exact thing, but it's like when South Carolina beat Georgia, they tore up the shrubbery. When they beat Georgia at home, they tore up Williams-Brice when they beat A&M last year. But now the funny thing is, North Carolina, I have to give y'all State a round of applause. They passed the bill saying that State
Weed's legal.
Carolina both have to play East Carolina and App State in the regular season.
Yeah.
I wish Florida would do that because used to it was Florida played Miami every 4 years. So 2019 was last year before last year that they played. And Florida beat Miami and they beat Florida State. So they got the Governor's Cup. Now they're going to play again this year. I think Florida needs to do that to make that rivalry consecutive throughout the year. That way, everybody gets fair shake in that Governor's Cup with Florida playing. Because Mike gets to play FU, and Mike Norvell is a flipping idiot because he sat there and made the comment that we are state champs when they were winning games. And, I had to get on the Florida State Post and call the school, and I literally told this guy how much of a flipping idiot he is. I said, listen, you are not state champ because Florida did not play Miami these 2 years that you're harping on. You beat us when you beat Florida. It only counts every 4 years when all three schools play each other. Because what happens is if Florida beats Miami and then Florida State and Florida State beats Florida, then you got to go to who scored the most points. The margin of deficit. So if Florida blew Miami out by 21,
honestly, that's why it's kind of surprising me that they're putting the Buckeyes above Michigan. I mean, because the Buckeyes have been struggling to beat Michigan. Why are they ranked top 3 and Michigan ranked 14th? That doesn't make sense to me. But
because they won the national championship, my poor little Wolverine fan who is misguided by everything. Why Georgia ahead of Alabama when
they won it, but they didn't beat us.
Okay, Georgia didn't beat Alabama last year, but they're ranked higher than Alabama. And Texas damn sure didn't beat Georgia.
I don't see Georgia to Alabama this year.
I don't understand the power, the rankings, and dude, I'm so out of touch with college football, man.
All it is now the rankings are coming based off of transfer portal and NIL. So,
well, let me ask you.
Yeah, I know that now. That's the way it is now. Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Hawk. Let me ask you something about college football that you kind of know a little bit about more. Let me ask you, what do you think what do you think about Colorado? You think Shador is gonna have a good, or you think Dion, is gonna have a good season with them this year without Shador? You're gonna see how good Dion really is now without his boys there. He's got a
Oh
fucking
yeah, you're talking
group
about
of them now.
without his son and Travis Hunter, right?
Right, without his
Oh,
stars there. Let's see how good Dion
I,
really
I
can.
think he's gonna just turn. He's not going to be able to do better than he did, but I do believe. Now he'll be worse. What was the record last year?
What was their record last year?
Hold on.
Yeah, 9-2, I think.
No.
No. Like I think they were. God, I got.
Colorado's record last year.
I mean, either way, he's not going to get that many wins.
I think they only had like 7 or 6 wins.
I mean, yeah, they were not a championship team. That's why I'm surprised that fucking. Oh, there's 2. That's why I'm surprised that Sanders and
They
Hunter
lost.
went
They
so
got
early.
blown out by BYU in the Alamo Bowl.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Hold on. They lost to USC.
They did. USC almost lost to them.
They lost to Washington. They lost to Arizona. They lost to Arizona State. Hold on, I'm trying to find.
ESU, man, that's a party school. You lost to a bunch of alcoholics.
Hey, the beautiful women of Arizona State, lovely view.
I know, but that tracks a bunch of jockey douche ass people like a guy I know named Bull. Which is short for bullshit.
They finished with a record of 9-4 and went 7-2.
Yeah.
9-4. Wow. I
could have sworn they won 9.
I thought they only had like 7 wins, bro. I'm not giving them enough credit.
Yeah, like I don't think they're going to get more than 7.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get more than 7 wins this year.
They lost to Nebraska.
Nebraska was that was Matt Rule. That was Matt Rule's first game at Nebraska. That was a big game.
To Kansas State.
Look at my butt.
They lost to Kansas, and then they lost to BYU. Yeah, but the biggest thing, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but their game they should have lost. They should have lost to Colorado State.
Yeah, Colorado State.
Yeah, they should have. They were falling apart all fucking game.
That quarterback Colorado State was really giving it to Shador that whole game.
I gotta get some money out tomorrow.
But like I said, I mean, I'm ready. I think talking about the opening weekend, I'm gonna go out on him here. This is the first time that Arch is going to run the offense at Texas with Quinn Ewers. I think, and you're playing in Columbus, so that's hostile territory right there. I think the crowd and the noise is going to be too much for Texas. I think Ohio State wins that game by at least a field goal. The 2 games are actually, I'm interested in all 4 of them. But to me, the biggest game that weekend is LSU Clemson. How does Clemson bounce back after?
Where is that game? Is it in Death Valley?
Death Valley or Death Valley?
Okay, good question. Trick question there. But which is it in Clemson or is it in LSU?
Hold on, I'll tell you. Damn it. Hold on.
Get better equipment.
No, I was.
If it's at Clemson, I'll take Clemson by a touchdown. If it's at LSU, I'll take LSU by a field goal.
Oh, shit.
Want to put money on that? $5. Because we all broke.
Not interesting. I want to, since the new guys come on here, he's got to have his little bit of initiation.
Yeah. That's $100 each, or you got to suck up.
I'm interested in taking all of this right here. That if we have, let's see, Florida State is at home for the Alabama game. So we'll get to see Chief Ocala ride out on the horse, which is are you ready for this? They are coming in to Death Valley. LSU is coming. They're going to see them run the hill, touch the rock.
They're going to hit the hill.
You are going to see, I think, Brian Kelly. I'm willing to say that game right there is going to be LSU come in, shock Clemson at home, win with field goal.
Okay. I got Clemson by a touchdown in Clemson, but if they go to LSU, I got LSU winning.
No, they're playing in Clemson. So
for that reason, I'll give Clemson the nod. But at LSU, but if it was at LSU, I would give LSU the nod.
All right. So if LSU wins, Bull, you're the new guy. This is your hazing. Our next episode we do after that game.
Nah. Well,
yeah.
Maybe with
podcast after that game. You are gonna come face painted purple and yellow. Black letters, right?
Oh, I hope I don't have to do all that.
You're gonna say LSU on your forehead, and when you open up the camera, you're gonna say "Jups Tigers."
I'm not gonna be doing all that because Clemson's gonna take care of me. I'm gonna be all right. CLEMSON.
No, you did that totally wrong.
I did CLEMSON.
I mean, are you guys sure you want to do the next episode that far away?
When they do the speed count, and I know this because I went up there on homecoming weekend when I was in high school.
I'm just saying that's like 3 weeks away.
It is a while away.
SONTIGRS. Fight, Tigers, fight, Tigers, fight, fight, fight.
Yeah.
And then you got the Tiger Rabbit.
Oh God, he grabbed something.
The cool thing they do on the for the Clemson games though, when I was at the Clemson State game, when it was Russell Wilson's last senior year, we ended up losing to Clemson by a field goal because our punter had like a terrible punt there at the end. But well, long story short, it was beautiful when they did the Hells Bells in the Sandstorm. That place was rocking.
Yeah, they need to leave Sandstorm because that's a USC tradition.
I do have to say something though.
We know
shut up. We are over an hour. You guys want to keep going?
Woo!
Don't matter to me.
I mean, if you guys want to keep going, we can.
I mean, like I said, it don't matter to me. We can do whatever.
All right, let's keep going then. I mean, as long as
I gotta wrap it up here in a little bit. My phone's about to die.
all right, well, go ahead and sign off.
I can
take it over.
Stick around for a little bit, but I mean, my phone's got a little bit. I mean, it's got about.
Yeah. Just whenever you gotta sign off, man, just let us know.
Well, I mean, mine's at 12:02, so I mean, I guess I got to charge mine.
Mine's at
But
59. Y'all suck.
I had a good time, and I appreciate you guys letting me come on. Again, I am the Bull. I had a good time. I look forward to maybe coming back and doing more with you guys. Got a lot to talk about. We just barely touched on some things. I feel like college football, we're excited about the new season. At least I know I am. I know Vader is, Hawk, and everybody seems to be ready to go. So we got a lot of basketball conversations to have. We got to still hit LeBron. That's my main guy. I didn't even bring him up yet. Got to talk about the NBA season. It's still in the peak of off-season free agency moves. You still got to talk about, NFL. We talked about Micah Parsons, but we didn't talk about a lot of other things that I know we mentioned. And so I look forward to talking about them, and appreciate you guys again having me on.
Okay, cool.
So planned.
You want to know what I just found out? While we're recording this, Max is right below me, so Gator, you know what I'm going to do, and that is
that a dick lamp?
Talking about LeBron.
Is that a dick lamp?
It's a dick lamp, yes.
It's the Michael Jordan lamp.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. A bunch of old geezers loving an old has-been. I'm not going to go there today. We're not going to go there today.
I hate that he's only younger than me by a couple of months.
So I guess
I'm not young. I'm too old to be talking like I'm young. But yeah, enjoy. We got a lot of baseball to go still. I mean, excited to see about the race, the pennant race here towards the end of the season, and see if the Yankees can maybe get back to the World Series and finish it off this time. Last year they were just outgunned. The Dodgers were just pitching was just too good.
You can't miss a game when you don't have a salary that doesn't have a salary cap.
Well, Aaron Boone isn't my choice. It's my first choice of manager, but we're stuck with. So wish Aaron Boone the best while he's there, but he wouldn't have been my pick.
Well, I mean, Hawk's sitting over there loving on them Tigers.
Detroit's been good this year, though, pretty much overall.
My World Series is the Tigers versus Brewers, and the Brewers taking in 6 games for Bob.
Freaking Brewers, man.
We had Derek Jeter picked the Cubs and the Yankees to go, and the Yankees to win, but the Yankees are.
Well, I think Jeter's a little biased.
Hey,
but Jeter also has the inside scoop and thought they were going to do more at the trade deadline. He wasn't impressed with the moves. So far the guys they picked up were good pitchers, but they're not making much of a difference. We're getting beat by the Marlins. We're giving up 11 to 10 runs and 8 runs, and we can't outscore everybody in this league. It's a pitching league. Champions and World Series winners have a good pitching rotation. That's why they're there.
You know why else they're there? Because they don't build a team to chase a ring.
Well, they've done it better than anybody that's ever done it. Hey, they've got the money to do it.
No, they had the money to do it, but George Steinbrenner's dead, and Hal don't know how to do like his daddy.
Hal's got the money still, believe me. Now, he ain't George, but Hal's still got lots of money.
Yeah, but if
Brian Cashman is the problem, too.
If George would have never died, Juan Soto would have never left the Bronx.
No, I'm figuring out where we are in the recording.
To the hustle.
Yeah. You've do the hustle.
Well,
is it goofy hour? All right.
You know what? I think half of us are dying on the phone, and I guess this is where we should say hello.
Yeah, I think we'll end it here. I want to give a big thanks to Bull for showing up today and giving his
Thanks again. Thanks for having me, guys. I loved it, and I had a good time. Thanks. We'll do it again.
Yep, go ahead and sign off, bud.
Next episode. I love that.
All right, Gator, my friend, do you want to give anything else as an inside scoop before we head off for the night?
No, I don't really have anything. Next episode, we're going to touch on the NFL. Get you ready for your fantasy football leagues. We'll take our picks on who we think you should take if you get the chance.
And maybe one lucky listener gets to lose in fantasy football to Gator or Hawk.
Because we all know Bull ain't going to do shit.
He's not invited to the big leagues.
That's it. We're just hour.
Like, I can't wait to dominate his league.
But anyway, it's been real. Thank y'all.
Yep.
As always, we do not do this for money because we are not Pat McAfee. I wish.
We're not Rich Eisen.
Please like, subscribe, tell your friends. We're going to post shorts on TikTok.
The most important thing is to comment. If you have any topic you want us to cover, let us know in those comments.
And we're going to take a vote sometime this week and see if we're going to allow our guest a spot on the panel.
Yeah, maybe give him a regular spot, or maybe an occasional spot, or maybe a no spot.
If you like,
We shall see, though.
please comment, keep Bull or kill Bull, whichever one you want. We're sorry he's a State fan. I had no dealings with that.
I'm sorry you're both Yankees fans.
I know, right? But I mean, you know, it's pretty good. We're gonna probably. I would like to, in maybe the week before we dive into the big games of college football, who to look for, who to watch out, trap games. But again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, please comment, please give us feedback. I think Hawk's going to put the link to our TikTok page on here and our personal page if you would like, and you can hit it up or whatever to let us know what you want to talk about. And other than that, thanks for watching. Have a good one. I'm Gator.
I am Hawk. Here's to you, my friends. Have a great night. Or a pleasant tomorrow.
Or whatever you're celebrating.